So, Alan, you commented on my video released yesterday saying, what the hell does this even mean? So, you've got a few minutes for me to talk you through it?
Yeah, talk me through it, Nathan.
Excellent, excellent. So, if you imagine, for example, that instead of people here, this was a depiction of let's think, a mountain. Can you visualise that?
I can.
So, this would be a small mountain. Yeah? And behind it, we've got a big mountain. Now, these would be referencing adults, and this would be referencing children. And if you take the feet and inches measurement of the children, it's actually smaller than the feet and inches of the adults. You recognise this depiction. It's often used by globers to represent what we should see, according to them, on a flat plane.
Yes, I recognise the side view.
Excellent. Now, the side view is often used to assert that the thing behind would appear larger. Correct? Because it is larger, isn't it, Alan? It's a bigger feet and inches value for this than for this. Agreed?
Agreed.
Right. So, according to this diagram, this is bigger than this. Now, this is how globe heads misrepresent a flat plane and ignore perspective. Because here we've got soundly, an adult, bigger, as depicted in side elevation. The problem being that he's actually smaller. So here we have conspiracy flaps, representing the child. Obviously, we wouldn't want to use someone else's imagery. And he's bigger than soundly, even though the representation that's shown in side view would suggest that he'd be bigger. So can you see, given I've explained it now, how this is a misrepresentation of perspective?
Not really.
I'll say it again then, because you're slow. According to this, the people behind are bigger, and in actuality, their size is larger. Their feet and inches value is bigger than the feet and inches value of the thing in the foreground. So according to this depiction, this is smaller than this. That's how globe heads represent the flat plane. However, when you actually put that into a perspective view, you can see that the thing that's further away is actually smaller because of perspective, making this representation very inaccurate, and a way that we would assert globe heads misrepresent the actual picture that we analyse. That would be this view, with Soundly's giant head getting ever smaller because he's further away. So a bit like Dougal, Father Ted. This cow is small, that cow is far away. This mountain is small, that mountain is far away. Even though the orthographic misrepresentation given to us by globe heads would suggest contrary to that. Do you understand now? Hello?
Hello?
He's going to say he stepped away and he didn't hear what you said.
No, I'm just slightly distracted. I'm okay.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's not paying attention, Nathan.
So did you understand the second time I explained it?
Yeah.
Or is this going to be another, I need to explain it 6 times and then kick you out?
No, you can do what you want. You usually
So
do.
do you understand now how globe heads misrepresent, hello Daniel, the flat plane?
Hey, Nathan, how are you?
Hey Daniel.
Hey, how's it going?
Clearly we're not going to get a concession from Alan. I'll just state it as I'll make it a statement rather than a question. That is how globe heads misrepresent the reality we do not live in an orthographic representation, claiming that things on the right hand side of the page that have a bigger feet and inches value should appear bigger, when in reality they're further away, therefore have the effects of perspective applicable. Is all
If you were more secure in your beliefs, you wouldn't have to force
belief in
people
what?
to
Sorry, what am I believing in now?
agree with you.
Sorry, what is it I'm believing in now?
Like, I think it's a sign of a lack of faith that you have to force everyone to agree with you and believe the same things you believe.
I think we did this last time on the exact same picture. Mackold Lighthouse. End of explanation for me as a flat earther. Earth is clearly flat. There's a lighthouse. It is there. I do see it. Now, maybe you'd like to try and quantify this picture as a globe head who thinks it's not there, that it's a slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena hologram of the lighthouse that's actually popping its head above Earth curve because of refractive effects that comply to a radius, you will assume, with a 7/6 value attached to it. So go ahead, P. You tell me how me saying Mackold Lighthouse, the Earth is obviously and observably flat, compares to your slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena fantasy of a globe. I have no faith in the fact that that is Mackold Lighthouse. I can state it. It's a concrete noun. I do see it. It is there. That is all I need do. You, on the other hand, have a very problem with that picture. Not me. You. You need to start expressing your faith in R to qualify what you do actually see in this picture, because you shouldn't see it if you have faith in a globe. We've gone over this before, P. No faith being asserted when I say Mackold Lighthouse. None. Flat earthers can do that.
Well, I asked R to give your main channel a strike, and then the next day your main channel got a strike, so I'm pretty sure R came through on that one for me.
Good for you. In R you trust. The all-powerful R must have been the one that gave me a strike. Maybe you could formulate that into a logical fallacy, just to prove it to the audience and the rest of the dumb people like yourself.
I mean, do you think it's a coincidence? I prayed to R the night before.
Right, we're off topic immediately.
Nathan down.
You claimed I had a belief, Pete.
Next day, you got a strike.
Yeah, this is off topic. You claimed, you asked a question, does it make your belief stronger? So I immediately, while you were saying it, this was on screen. Something that I have no belief or faith in. There it is, Mackold Lighthouse. End of explanation for me as a flat earther. Explanation from Globehead. 3 months of debate. So, no reply to that then. I don't have a faith in this shit. You do, P. That's my point. Clearly, we must move on to other things quickly.
I have a justified belief, and you have a fucking scam that
no
you're pulling on
need
your
to swear.
audience.
Don't get triggered, P. That would be your loss, my win. No need to get triggered. Just be humble.
Who's getting triggered?
Yeah, you are. You claimed I had a belief. In fact, I don't. You do.
What? Everyone has a belief.
No, I don't. Mackold Lighthouse. Do you want to explain where my belief lies in that statement? Total fail. No belief. It is Mackold Lighthouse. I see it. There it is.
You're believing in the reliability of sense experience in terms of induction.
Really? Well, it's been confirmed by 2 different cameras, by 2 different people on 2 different separate locations and days and times and atmospheric conditions. I'm pretty sure I can trust what I see. You, on the other hand, need to assert on all of those other occasions where this exact image has been replicated, it's all slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena holograms because of an R calculator that tells you it's not really there. So, I don't have a belief. Mackold Lighthouse. End of explanation for me as a flat earther. Obviously and observably flat. No belief required. You have a belief because according to you, and you're begging the question, proof of nothing perspective hijacking curve calculator that relies on a presupposition of an R value, it's not really there and needs some explaining. It suddenly becomes a phenomena. It suddenly becomes a hologram. Yet you've got a belief, not me.
We both have beliefs.
Mackold Lighthouse, how many times do you want to do this? Do you tell me where my belief lies?
You can't get away from having a belief.
Sorry, I don't believe it. It's a fact. You're denying my fact? 2 words. Mackold Lighthouse. No belief required to make that statement of fact.
No, it's a belief. It's a belief. You believe it's flat.
Sorry, that is Mackold Lighthouse.
Flat.
Confirmed by about 3 dozen different people over the course of about 3 months. I'm absolutely, unequivocally certain of my statement of fact, Alan. Mackled Lighthouse. End of explanation for me.
Then you have a belief.
No. It's a picture. Are you pulling my chain? It's not a belief, it's a picture. A very, very well-studied picture of Mackled Lighthouse. Fact. That's what it is.
You have a belief.
Where's my belief? Explain my belief. Don't just state it. Explain it. Where's the belief?
You believe the world is flat because of Mackled Lighthouse.
No, I didn't say that. I said the Earth is obviously and observably flat because I can see Mackled Lighthouse. That's the end of my explanation. No further explanation is required because, fact, I do see it. It is there. I don't need any further explanation. It's a concrete noun. So, no belief required. None.
If no further explanation is required, why'd you make a whole video about explaining perspective and all that? I thought you said no explanation is required.
There isn't.
Why'd you make a video about perspective?
That's about a different
observation. I feel like you're contradicting yourself here, Nathan.
Sorry, that's about a different observation, though, isn't it? That's a response to conspiracy clats, who seems to think that a mountain further away should remain the same feet and inches value. Its actual size stays the same. He's just a moron. And with a little moo cow joke sound effect referring to Father Ted explaining to Dougal that this cow, which is a toy, is small and that cow out the window is far away, and Dougal struggles to get that just like Conspiracy Cats fails to get that. And so did Alan when I put it up on a video. What does this even mean? It means you dicks use a side profile. That's what that was about. This, on the other hand, is a statement of fact when I say Mackled Lighthouse. And I need not explain a concrete noun in the same way I need not explain the mouse that I'm holding. I don't need to explain it. It's just a mouse. I don't need to explain it. It's just Mackled Lighthouse. But if you look at this picture, it suddenly becomes a phenomena, a slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena. For you, the one with a globe belief. Not me, the one who just sees it because it's obviously flat.
Well, don't you believe in perspective?
Yeah, it's very small, dipshit. It's 31 miles away. Hello, it's very small. Did that answer your question?
So, you have beliefs then?
What, that it's got smaller with distance? No, again, that's self-evident. I can see the mountain and the lighthouse in the same frame.
So you don't
that's
think...
blatantly
do you
obvious.
think it's smaller with distance than
yeah, it's very small because it's far away. And I can see a mountain as well. Surprisingly, that, at 31 miles. It's small.
So you have beliefs?
No, that's a fact.
No, Nathan.
Statement of absolute fact. It is small because it's 31 miles away.
Fact and belief aren't mutually exclusive, though.
It is a fact. It is far away. This was taken at 31 miles. It is small because of perspective. That's a fact. If you want to deny that or tell me I've got a belief in it, then fine, you're a moron.
Nathan,
fact and belief aren't mutually exclusive, so that's not an argument. That it's
Nathan, knowledge and facts are subsets of belief.
Oh, really? That's really fascinating. Does that change that I don't have a belief that it's Mackled Lighthouse as a flat earth?
You have a belief system.
No, it is Mackled Lighthouse. I do see it, and the Earth is obviously and observably flat. According to you, it's not really there, even though we can bloody see it. And why isn't it really there when we can actually see it? Because of your belief in R. You believe something's obscuring our view of this lighthouse, because geometrically it is, even though we see it.
And you have a belief system.
No.
Alan, you sound like a robot.
How many times have I got to say? It's a statement of fact. There's Mackled Lighthouse. Where's the belief in statement
of beliefs?
Yeah, just being pedantic, idiot. It is Mackled Lighthouse, that's fact. You don't have to like it, Globehead. You have got a belief in slightly looming non-standard refraction hyenas. That's a fact also. So there's no disputing what I state as fact. I see it and it is there. We've got a bloody photograph. You think it's not there if you've got a belief in a globe. That's facts. You don't have to like it. P. Mars, Alan, you don't have to like this. Tough luck if you don't. Argue all day that subsections of belief are blah, blah, blah. Bollocks. You've got a belief that it's not really there because it's obscured from Earth curve. Bollocks. It is there. I see it. That's my statement as fact as a flat earther, and I don't need to explain a concrete noun. You do.
belief system.
Yeah, belief in Earth curve that's blocking it. That's what you've got, not me. I just see it and no further... How many times have I got to say this? I've said it about 10 times.
Okay, relax. And relax.
No, you've got a belief, Alan. You're trying to justify it.
My belief is no bigger than yours.
You believe an Earth curve is blocking this lighthouse, Alan.
And you believe it's flat.
No, I actually see the lighthouse. No belief. That's probably the 11th time I've said it. There's no belief when I state as fact that is Mackled Lighthouse, and I do see it. That's not belief.
I can see how you get upset, Nathan. Fuck.